In this video, I'm going to introduce the normal curve, and the normal curve is basically just the curve that you would draw on top of a histogram that is either symmetric or normally distributed. So if I scroll back up to the first example on these notes, then I can see that when I draw a curve on top of this histogram, which has a normal distribution, that the curve looks like a bell, right? So that's your standard normal curve, is a bell-shaped curve. And so notice the mean right here is exactly in the middle, right? So it's the highest point on the normal curve. And so if I scroll back down and I compare these two normal curves right here, the one with mean 0 and standard deviation 1, and the one with mean 3 and standard deviation 1. The important thing to notice here is that these two curves have different means but the same standard deviation. And so what this means is that they're going to have the same width, but they're going to be located in different spots on the number line. So when you have the same value for sigma, but you have different values for mu, then you're going to have the same width, but different locations. These next two curves we're going to look at have the same mean but different standard deviations, and so you can see that they're located in the same spot on the number line. However, this second curve with the bigger standard deviation is wider than the first curve. And so here you can see bigger values for sigma mean a wider normal curve. In this example, we're given two different normal curves, and we're asked some questions about them. And the first question is about their means, and whether or not they have the same mean. So since these two curves are centered on the same number on the number line, they do have the same mean, which in this case is going to be 4. And so here we see yes, and then you can actually write mu is equal to 4. Part B says one of the curves corresponds to a normal distribution with sigma equal to 3, and the other with sigma equal to 1. And so we can use the previous example that I just talked about. And so you can see, since this one has a larger standard deviation, it's going to be the wider curve. So curve B has a sigma value of 3, while curve A has a standard deviation of 1.